Alright. Try that again? No? You guys need to do something, otherwise the Russians will just overwhelm you. Alright, let's see if we can start taking some land down here, for example.
Move out.
Gloucestershire's done. Norway has joined the Entente. Interesting. So I may well need to prepare some naval invasions against the Norwegians. Focus on helping our syndicalist workers expand the military industry in the area of Cornwall. Cornwall. Right, and then I need to micro you because you can't have orders.
Pushing them back, sir. All in.
Savoyard crisis resolved. A few days ago, a demand from the Commune of France was telegraphed to the Swiss government. Cede the province of Haute-Savoy under the threat of armed coercion. The French characterized their demand as a need to end the persecution of the French population within the province. The Swiss government decided to avoid war and agreed, stating that the peaceful transfer of ownership was preferable to bloodshed. You guys are still moving, that's fine. Right, I really need to change your colours. So you are up in the north, in the CSA. You are over here in Soviet Russia. You can stay cyan.
Move out.
And you guys are in CNTFAI. Cool. Yeah, having this spread over the two provinces would have probably been a good idea. Never mind. Alright, I'm going to cancel these orders because they're annoying me now. You go that way. You go that way. Go. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
All in. Orders.
Actually, so we can just take out Bilbao real quick. Bringing in troops to defend the corridor. Attacking across the river, which is fine. Have fun.
Pushing them back, sir.
You're having fun. Marvellous. You guys have not started yet. Have at it.
Go, go, go.
Paraguay declared war on Argentina. Tensions have been running high between the two regional powers for years now, as the ideological differences drove the nations further and further apart. Support by Chile for the FOP in Patagonia and the incapacity of Argentina to quell the rebellion have finally come to blows as a joint offensive by the Argentinian army and armada was met by fierce resistance in the Rio Negro, with Chilean forces opening fire on the advancing Argentinian troops. I really do need to get Marines sooner rather than later. What's the next technology done? 39 days. That's fine.
Move out. Listen up.
Over.
Come on. Move out. Move out. Go, go, go. Attention. Orders. Attention. Listen up.
Okay, thanks. I thought they'd at least be guarding Burgos, but apparently not. Reports from Burgos confirm the Carlist temporary capital has been captured by advancing anarcho-Spanish troops after the skirmishes in the hilly countryside. How's this war going? I have a feeling not very well. That's not it. That's the... No, that's not it either. Oh, they're just not showing me that war again. I don't know why it does this sometimes.
Ready, sir.
Apparently this war doesn't exist. It's a non-war. It's a fake war. Actually, no, because they're likely to attack you. Let's go and take La Coruna.
Out.
Gotta say, CNTF-AI have actually done a pretty good job spreading out to capture everything here.
Yes, sir.
Alright, once you've done that... do that.
Move out.
Actually do that, be quicker.
Yes, sir.
I don't want you wasting troops up here, so I'm just going to try and nab as much of this territory as I possibly can, as quickly as I can. The Phalanstère International Research Organization. As time has passed, it's quickly become apparent that the global revolution requires far more than just devotion to the cause. With France and Britain being the only highly developed socialist countries in the world, it's become widely accepted that we'll need to launch a long-term research aid program for the other countries. And thus has begun the so-called Phalanstère Research International Research Organization. The PIRO. The PIRO. A branch of the PIRO program aimed at providing technological support for socialist countries all over the world. The question now is whether we should join in with this endeavour. Yes. I think so. And yeah, they do seem to be losing a couple of troops. It's not, like, really dramatic, though.
Keep moving.
Seem to be alright. Baltic Duchy just declared war, the Baltic War. For many years, the United Baltic Duchy, set up by the Germans after the conquest of the former Russian governments during the Welsh Creek, has marginalised its native Estonian and Latvian populace. That's a shame.
Come on. Ready to move. Go, go, go.
Hey, we won.
Orders.
And yes, there's a hole. Military industry done. Excellent. So let's go ahead and start militarizing our industry. Only through relentless efficiency and discipline, even in the most mundane of tasks, will we be able to beat the capitalists. And we have some free military factories, which honestly I think need to be light tanks right now. And we can't do any of those, but we can do some of these, which was going to be guns and butter, division organization, supply consumption. Or is it? Did I get the 1936 planes or just the 33s? Oh no, those are 36. I'm trying to think if there's any research companies I want to do before I get this, but I don't think so. Guns and butter it is. So what's the organization of these guys now? 33. Yeah, 33.6. And what about my infantry? 47.5. That's quite a lot.
Ready to move.
Oh, not here. The United Baltic Duchy has capitulated. That was quick. Right, and I should probably keep an eye on these guys too. Like, you guys have finished your job. Huzzah. Oop, pause. So let's cancel that objective and say that you're going to go for Philadelphia.
Keep on moving! Move out! Ready, sir!
Beat up the horses.
On!
You guys are moving over there. Right, you guys have arrived. And actually finished taking that province. Good. Let's say you need to take this. See what you can
Pushing
do.
them back, sir!
Serbian Republic has declared war on Bulgaria, so there's the Balkan War. Now, is there any upgrade that I can do to these guys? I mean, I think eventually I'll want to start removing the light tanks and then replacing them basically with artillery. Oops.
Ready, sir!
I have literally this one unit. Let's change you out to be these guys. And yes, you can start training.
Ready to move!
No, we'll split you three out.
Commands!
So, and then I really need to change this, because there is no longer any tank support here. These are just infantry. Although they do need recon, this is true. Okay, now artillery is going to become a more important facet, and also we should have just freed up a bunch of, light tanks. And motorized. Tons of motorized. Good grief, I didn't realize we had quite so many. And let's get some more armored divisions in the field. Get those training. Those Russian volunteer tanks have become qualified murderers. Nice. Yeah, they've done a lot better than
Keep your distances!
Murderer Mordred. And they're not actually tanks, they're just infantry. So let's have you halt while you receive your new artillery. Which is actually going to make you even better at fighting than you already were.
Move out!
Yeah, I thought you might be able to do this. Come on, people.
Pushing them back, sir!
And this is a really stubborn unit of cavalry. Like, obnoxiously so. Improved machine tools, cool. So, now... 37. Probably want some better artillery. Also doctrines. Must not forget doctrines. Indo-Chinese revolt succeeds with the tenacity and fury of the Viet Minh troops driving German troops out of nearly all strategic points in the Indo-Chinese peninsula. The German Foreign Office finally agreed to meet the leaders of the rebellion and offered full independence to the entire land that they claim. And in fact, yeah, you know what? Let's change this to doctrines. More important. Yeah, once Madrid falls, it's usually GG. That's what I'm hoping for here.
Let them have it!
CSA is helping us out
Let's go!
quite a bit here.
Let's go! Move out! All in!
Let's see if we can take Philly, which will also cut off. Next up, Portugal. Long live the revolution.
Let them have it!
Hopefully. grief, this cavalryman is stubborn. What the hell are they made out of? So, naval doctrine's already going, so... formation? Flying? Sure. Yeah, I think so. And thank you very much for the bits, Indrian. I appreciate that. Hey, Arachnos. Since Britain doesn't have a monarch, what will the troops shout instead of fucking in country? Trying to think now. The Socialist Republic of Liberia has joined the Third Internationale. With the eruption of war in North America, the balance of power suddenly and perhaps irrevocably changed. These are QQ cavalry. I kind of feel that way.
All in! Move out!
Carrier primacy. Nice. Of which, you done training yet? You are. So all of my strike fleets are now done. That's cool. Let's get the... I don't know what to train now. Recon fleets, maybe? Nah, let's get you guys up. Am I sure my units aren't underperforming? Why would they be underperforming? Troops shout break the chains. Yeah, that is true. Warhammer and communism. I'm not really coming up with anything quite as catchy. Okay, next up we are going to get 37 Marines. That's what we were going to do. So I can actually start training some Marines and getting them trained up. Militarized industry. The Pilo. It has become apparent to many in the Internationale that the responsibility of all sufficiently developed syndicalist nations to provide industrial support to those nations that are less able to provide for themselves. The choice is now upon us to decide whether we should stand in solidarity with the workers around the world by helping implement a massive program of industrial aid alongside our French brothers in arms. Yes. Why are there so many options to say no and just massively penalize yourself? I don't get it. We need to convert every single industrial complex and produce material viable to the war effort. Again. Totalist, radical, or moderate? We are moderate.
Ready, sir!
No, not both of you. You stay here. No.
Ready!
You stay here. You go there. Unfortunately, these two Austrian troops here are not going to make this job easy. However, yes, I can start getting planning preparation, because it's just the Kingdom of Spain now. And we've done it! By Jove, we've done it! Oh, no. Get across that river, guys! Yes! Ha ha! Magnificent. Let's see if we can't take Newark.
Ready!
I mean, they can just cross over after us, but that potentially gives us another crossing as well.
Ready!
More factories available. Excellent. What do we need? I think probably more close air support. We are lacking a little bit in that. We're also going to need to start buying in some more aluminium. Right, you are failing me big time. So are you two. So now it's going to be time to buy from Combined Syndicates of America. They have oil. And aluminium. We can buy one from the French. And rubber. Peru is failing us. So we'll get it from the Indo-Chinese Union. Too much. I still need my factory so I can keep building even more gun building buildings.
All in! Orders! Let's go! Go, go, go! Yes, sir!
Trying to get another surround here. Oh, the Austrians have left Madrid. Well, that's a mistake. Oh, very good, Sergei. This time Britain's on the other side of the Revolutionary War. The winning side. Touché. The FOP requests manpower. The Workers' Front of Patagonia, known as the FOP, has requested that we aid their struggle by sending them manpower and equipment. Soon they will face war with the Argentine government, and they need to be prepared for when it happens. If they succeed, they can become a permanent foothold in syndicalism in South America. Men and guns. Do we have a port yet in America?
Attention!
Yes, we do. Good. That means I can send you Lend-Lease now. So first of all, you need some convoys. You can have 46 convoys. And also 10% of my gun production. So I probably do need to start ramping up gun production. So that we can be exporting more freedom.
Keep on attacking! Guns!
Oh, great. No, you're not trained properly.
Ready! Listen up!
Oh, we're about to get a bit of a cutoff here. Depending, of course, on which way they run away. Looks like... oh no, they retreated. This is actually a bit of a problem, because it means that Newark is going to be really difficult to take. We are being a little bit constricted over on that side. The PSA is coming. AOS has done some damage. If we can take New York, though, I'm pretty confident. Like, having New York, Chicago, and Detroit equals muchly production. Oh, you don't actually have an objective. Well, here's your objective. See it carried out. So what are you missing? Light tanks, motorized, and infantry equipment. Whoa, okay, you need a lot of light tanks. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just cancel like 2 of those. That frees up a fair number. And I'm also going to say that reinforcements more important than anything else. Japan announces her ambitions, though the situation in Japan has been critical ever since the peace with honor, with numerous economic crises, unrest, and ineffective response to German interventions in China, leading to the collapse of the autocratic Tanaka regime. The Empire of the Rising Sun has managed to bounce back, albeit only as a regional power with its influence limited to East Asia. We just need to keep the pressure on Newark. Because if we can take these guys out so they have almost no organization and then push on to New York City and don't let them recover, That's basically the only way we're going to take New York, especially if there's going to be 4 units defending it. Oh, focus, whoops. Yes, I would love the Industrial Veteran Program for another research slot. Promoting practical experience in the factories will lead to a further increase in efficiency. Then after this... Where was the other research slot? Oh, here. So we should probably do Britain within the Internationale next. Actually, one other question. Research bonus for fleet and being. Which is actually the one with the least bonus attached. Oh no, we're base strike, aren't we? We're base strike, it's fine. Yeah, we get 2 times 200, so... I think the Union of Britain is supposed to be base strike. Naval Doctrine, Carrier Effort, plus 200. 2 times 100% research bonus for heavy carriers and carrier models. Naval aircraft, and then a bunch of dockyards. That one gets us slightly better marines, but no, I think that is definitely the direction we want. Okay. Come on, guys. We need to take New York.
Orders.
Alright, are you ready? Are you ready to rumble? And also hopefully take out Madrid? One of you has not been building planning preparation, so probably not.
Taking cover. Listen up.
Oh, you're down there.
Ready, sir.
Why don't you go to Belograd, and then you can cut across here. So in fact, I'm going to cancel that order. I'm going to say you're on our objective. Whoops, no. Let's do that.
Ready, sir.
You've done training. Good. You guys, well on the way. Ah. You know what I haven't been building? Carrier fighters and carrier naval bombers. I never need very many of them, but we do need to be producing them. Well, we're still actively producing factories. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch you down to just that. And then the next couple of factories will go to these two. The other thing I would like to do is change your number of aircraft. So you've got naval bombers and naval fighters. I'm going to reduce you to a 20. Actually, no, I'm not. I need to know where you are. So these are the 3 carriers. You know what? This complement's okay. We're going to be relatively near to shore, so I don't think we need quite so many fighters in all of these. So we'll go down to 20. And then add 4 naval bombers. And I think that's basically going to be the component for each of these. So you are going to go up to 40. You're going to go down to 20.